All right, I think this is a really good conversation and a really good thing that kind of encompasses all sports when you think about it. You know, Trey and I were talking about a bunch of different athletes, and Jay Retcher here with you, Trey down the other side of the glass. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. We've been talking about the greatness that is LeBron James. We've been talking about Mike Trout and all these different athletes in sports. But right now, who do you consider must watch? And it doesn't have to be the most must watch, but you know, I think about guys that when I'm watching it on TV, that if I know that they're on, no matter what, I have to tune in. The number one guy for me, ironically enough, is Clayton Kershaw, just because it doesn't happen every day. He's only going to pitch every fifth day. But I know just every single time I watch a Clayton Kershaw game, you never know what can happen. You could see a one-hitter with 12 strikeouts. You could see a no-hitter. You can see a guy that's just not going to give in. But I just wanted to kind of go through the list and just, we're asking you as well. Which athletes right now do you consider yourself must watch? You can hit us up on the Simpson Air DAE text line. Start your text with DAE. Send them over to 82945. Standard data and messaging rates do apply. You can also hit us up on the phone lines. Hillsboro 990, Pinellas 461, toll free 888-546. They all end in 4620. Which athletes right now do you consider must watch? There are a bunch of them. Before I get into mine, let's go right into Mark in Tampa. He has a couple guys that he would say are must watch. We ready for Mark? Oh, Mark's still talking to Trey. Hold on, we're waiting for Mark. Mark, you're right on, brother. What do you got? Who do you think?
Hello?
What's up, Mark?
Hey, how you doing? In my opinion, it's LeBron. I mean, how he carries that team. He's just only a great player, in my opinion. He just can get those people on your team to play better. Like I had a guy play football with up in Ohio, Joe DeFlippo. He was All-State Player of the Year in Ohio football, and he was like, we were good, but he just made us better. He got in our face and made us play better. I think that's what LeBron does. I have no idea what he says doing halftime or before the game, but I mean, he's the coach, he's the player, and I think I really watched him play. He tries really hard, and when he won that championship for Cleveland 3 years ago, and he laid on the floor and was pounding there, and you just see how much he just wanted to bring that championship back to his hometown and make Cleveland actually look like a sports town. So it's definitely LeBron. That's just my opinion.
Mark, thank you so much for the phone call. Happy Memorial Day to you. And he's one of the guys that I have on my list. Trey's going to give you a couple as well. But, you know, starting in the NBA, I think, you know, I just kind of did, you know, 1, 2, or 3 in each sport. But in the NBA, I think you go LeBron, Steph, and Russell Westbrook. I think Russell Westbrook, the one-man fast break. Steph Curry, he's changed the game as far as range. Now the guys, when you shoot the ball from 25, 26, 27 feet out, there's so many more guys doing it right now. And I think Steph kind of, you know, carved the path and set the way that range is in the NBA. You're not just shooting from right behind the line. Look at some of the shots that Durant takes, Klay Thompson, even guys on his own team. He's so influential. And Russell Westbrook, the one-man fast break, either try to get in front of him and slow him down or get the hell out of the way because that guy takes no prisoners. Am I missing anybody in the NBA, you think, Trey?
No, I think those are some good ones. Maybe Anthony Davis.
Yeah, I like him too. And the unibrow. Because it's more than just, you know what I mean, the athletics on the court. There's so many things that go into that make people interested, you know, in watching these guys. We got a text here on the Simpson Air DAE text line. Messi, football is the labyrinth, and LM10 is the Minotaur. Hashtag beautiful game. And I got him right here. I got Ronaldo, Messi, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I know Gareth Bale had the really nice goal, but those three guys, I mean, I've tuned in to some MLS games because Zlatan's playing with LA now. And CR7 and Messi, every single time they're on the pitch, something great can really happen. I mean, it's very rare to see two guys that are so close when you talk about all-time greats in the same generation. But those three guys, to me, are just such a notch above and a level above the rest. And then, you know, the UFC, you look at a guy like Conor McGregor, nobody's missing any of his fights. That's incredible, all the things that he's done. Obviously, the fight with Floyd Mayweather, you know, that's just polarizing. That's eyes on the sport, and Conor McGregor is that guy. All right, let's go to the MLB. Trey, who do you got for baseball? I got three guys. Who do you got in the MLB?
The one guy that really comes to mind is a newcomer. I think Shohei Ohtani.
Yes, I got him on my list too.
I'm always really wanting to watch and see what he's doing. And when you talk about baseball, I mean, back in the
Yep.
on the list every single time he came to the plate. But I think now it's more of a pitcher thing. Because it's kind of hard to do this when you're talking about no matter what you're doing, you're going to stop and watch this guy. And when you're talking about team sports, these guys are playing almost every day, every other day, and things like that. So I think you look at individual sports, but in baseball, you can throw pitchers on there. And now, just because of the novelty of what Ohtani is, I think that that's the guy that I would really put at the tippy top of my list when it comes to baseball.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you look at how many good shortstops there are. I mean, Correa, Lindor. I mean, those guys are really good. Manny Machado. Those guys are good. I don't know if they're must-see, but they are elite at their position. But you're right. I think with Ohtani and Mike Trout, I mean, you got two guys on the same team that you just don't want to miss any at-bat. They're going to make a difference at the plate, in the field, and on the mound. I think Kershaw, and you can even put, I think, Max Scherzer on that list because of just how dominant he is, and he's just super competitive. He attacks hitters. Always a joy to watch. All right, in the NFL, I got a little bit of a different list here. I think Aaron Rodgers, to me, is a guy that I always want to see just because I think at times he can make something out of nothing. He makes plays not just with his arm, but with his legs. And then I have a little bit of a combo answer here. I just like to watch the Pittsburgh Steelers offense because whether it goes to Le'Veon Bell or Antonio Brown, both of those guys can definitely make something happen. You add Big Ben Roethlisberger in there, but I think those two guys are both must-see on the same team. And then Odell Beckham Jr., I think he's another guy that has the combination of skill and size and speed. You could throw probably Julio Jones in there as well. All-time NFL guys, well, not all-time, but maybe in the last 10 years, LaDainian Tomlinson and Adrian Peterson were two guys that were must-see for me. Did I leave anybody out in the NFL?
I mean, not necessarily must-see because we're so used to it now. If you want to talk spending money to actually go to a game, you want to be able to say you saw Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yep.
And I think now, them coming into the league, I think once he starts, I think you could throw a Lamar Jackson type in there, and even a Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, Watson, yeah.
As guys who, you don't know exactly what's going to happen. They might throw an interception, but there's a good chance if you turn on the TV to watch them play, you're going to see something spectacularly fantastic or something spectacular at some point during that game.
Yeah, and then kind of looking at the NHL now in hockey, I mean, we just finished up a series against one guy, I think you could say Ovechkin. The one name that's kind of, I'm kind of fighting with myself is a guy like Sidney Crosby. And he's so good, but I don't know if he's must-see because he's just a guy that's so steady. He's so good, but I don't, I guess when he knocks the puck out of the air and scores, that is big time. But when I look at Ovechkin, when I look at Connor McDavid, I think when you're must-see and you're a must-watch player, I think it's one of those things where not just your skill, but sometimes your size. I think Kristaps Porzingis is one of those guys at 7'3" that is just a marvel to watch because he can shoot from 25 feet out, and he also does put-back dunks. And I think guys that kind of stand out amongst their peers are guys that really stand out to me and I think are must-watch. So I only have Ovechkin or McDavid. Do you have anybody else in hockey or any other sport that I missed?
I think Ovechkin is really the top.
Yeah, for sure.
In other sports that you missed,
like I said, I kind of go towards almost more individual sports. I think anytime Tiger is in contention,
Yeah, good point.
you'll stop what you're doing and watch that. And I think when you look at combat sports, you mentioned Conor McGregor. I think in boxing now, I'm not as big of a boxing aficionado as I am an MMA aficionado, but anytime Lomachenko or Triple G are fighting, I'm going to go out of my way to see that fight. And even Anthony Joshua's getting like that a little bit, not just because he's so good, but it seems like every fight he gets into is a good one.
and you want to talk about UFC, it's not
The most elite fighter in the world. Anytime the one-handed fight, I have to watch Ariel Helwani and Mr. Must TV because it's just you're never going to see anything like that. And I'll go out of my way to watch him on the Contender Series this summer. And then a guy like Justin Gaethje as well, because no matter who he's fighting, he could get a very exciting fight out of the most boring fighter in the UFC. So those are kind of my guys I lean to when it comes to the more individual sports.
Yeah, Gaethje, like a modern day kind of Leonard Garcia, Diego Sanchez guy, where every single Clay Guida, every single time they're going to be in a fight, it's going to be super entertaining. So feel free, you can hit us up on the Cincinnati DA text line, just like this person, Carlos the Bench Clear Gomez, just a matter of time, #love him. Or feel free as well to give us a shout here on the phone lines. Again, Hillsborough 990, Pinellas 461, toll free 888-546-4620. All right, I mentioned this before. We've got some huge games coming up this week as 3 local Tampa teams look to bring home a state championship. 2 to 813 will discuss these teams with our buddy Jarrett Guthrie from 813preps.com when we return. All right, guys, feel free to give me a shout. Who was the short list? Who's on your short list for must-watch athletes in the world of sports right now? It doesn't just have to be the 4 major sports, but who, when you know that they're on TV, do you drop everything and watch them? Let me know.